Hello traders everywhere, Jeremy Lutz coming to you from the digital studios of Market Club. Stocks are on the rise after a set of strong earnings reports and data showing that the domestic economy grew at a healthy pace in the second quarter of 2019, with the GDP growing at a 2.1% annual rate in the second quarter versus a widely expected gain of 1.8% by most economists. And that's propelled both the S&P 500 and NASDAQ to intra-day record highs. And we'll take a look at the S&P 500 on a weekly chart as we like to do on a Friday. Currently trading at 3,022.90, just below its record intraday high of 3,023.93, with a chart analysis score of plus 100 with green trade triangles across the board, indicating that overall we are in a long-term uptrend for the S&P 500. Key level to watch next week has changed a little bit at 2,963.44. A move below that level would issue a red weekly trade triangle, indicating a move to a sidelines position for the S&P 500. Dollar index following the S&P 500 and NASDAQ higher on the week, up almost 1%, trading at 98.02 with a chart analysis score of plus 100, indicating that overall a long-term trend is up for the dollar, and being above $98, we're getting up against the resistance level that we've seen a couple times this year, so we'll have to keep an eye on that next week moving forward. Key level to watch remains 96.72. A move below that level would issue a red weekly trade triangle, indicating a move back to a sidelines position for the dollar index. Dow Jones not quite being as lucky as the Dow or as the S&P 500 and NASDAQ, currently posting a small nominal gain, relatively unchanged on the day for the week. Currently chart analysis score is plus 75, indicating that overall we are in a long-term uptrend for the Dow Jones, just coming under some recent intraday weakness. Key level to watch would be 26,695.96. A move below that level would issue a red weekly trade triangle, indicating a move to a sidelines position for the Dow. Here we have the NASDAQ currently trading at 8,322.40 after hitting a all-time record high at 8,327.06 earlier in morning trading. Chart analysis score still plus 100, up over 2.1% on the week. And your key level to watch is 8,061.32. A move below that level would issue a red weekly trade triangle, indicating a move to a sidelines position for the NASDAQ. Crude oil kind of flat on the week, currently up about 0.4%, trading at 56.14, kind of trapped in this $56 range. However, chart analysis score is negative 90, indicating that we're still in a long-term downtrend for crude oil. Your key level to watch for crude oil will be 56.57. A move above that level would issue a green daily trade triangle, indicating a move to a short-term sidelines position for with a green daily trade triangle. Moving along to gold, currently trading at 1,418.90, down about 0.5% on the week. Its first weekly loss in quite a while. Currently chart analysis scores plus 75, indicating that overall we're still in a long-term uptrend for gold. It's just hitting a bit of resistance around these levels. Key level to watch would be 1,421.90. A move above that level would issue a green daily trade triangle, indicating a move back to a long position on the short-term time frame for gold. And we'll wrap it up with Bitcoin, continuing to come under some pressure, currently down 8.3% on the week with a chart analysis score negative 70, indicating that we are in a long-term sidelines position for Bitcoin. Currently trading at 9,780 on the day. Key level remains 13,200. A move above that level would give us a green weekly trade triangle, indicating a move back to a long position for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin does have a bit of work to do to get back to those levels. With that, every success. Have a great trading weekend, and I'll see you next week.